So last Sunday I got some very exciting news. I am going to be a godfather, which is just incredible. When we were told, or the godparents were told, it was a little bit emotional, I have to admit, and I imagine in a couple of weeks, on the actual dedication day and the ceremony, it'll be a bit emotional as well. But this is probably the biggest responsibility of my personal life that I've ever had, and so, like a good 22-year-old, I naturally turned to the internet, which kind of let me down. So I kind of googled how to be a godfather and what kind of things you should do and what's expected of you and advice and all that kind of stuff. A lot of places, surprisingly, one of the first things that they said you should do was make sure that you weren't being asked because of your wealth, which I thought was odd, or because of a certain set of skills that you would bring to the family. Now, I don't know if they had read the term godfather wrong and they'd given a list of what you should do if you were the Don, but that is clearly not what it was supposed to be. There was a picture of a baby at the top, so I'm assuming it was the right thing. But yes, that wasn't really helpful. So I kind of wondered, I would put it out to you people, if you are godparents yourselves, what you have done, or what any advice you would give me that you think has helped you, or if you have good godparents and any things that they have done that you've thought, yeah, that was really good. This is advice that would pass on. I would argue that although there are good godparents, the vast majority of people, at least from what I've heard, or more importantly not heard, is that people who are godparents, they turn up to the ceremony and they say they're not really vows, but they make their promises and all that kind of stuff. But then they don't really get involved and they don't kind of fulfill a purpose after that day, which is really sad, I think. It's a huge privilege to be part of somebody's life from the very start, to be able to pass on any knowledge or wisdom or anything that you have to this person. And I guess as the godchild, to have this person other than your parents, who, let's be honest, there is a stage where everyone falls out with their parents, to have this other person they can go to, that's really cool as well. Kind of determined to be a good godparent and do it properly and put the effort in, put the time in. At the minute, my godson, he just kind of looks at me oddly, as he looks at everyone else oddly. So the motivation to change that alone kind of spurs me on. Something that I would also like to share with you, which is slightly less exciting, I feel. It is snowing. It is actually snowing properly